What's the point in life if all you do is go to work and die? This is a question that I honestly asked my parents when I was probably about 3, maybe 4 years old, which is, it sounds crazy to think about right now, but I've always been a little bit of a philosophical thinker and a deep thinker, even when I was a child, right? And I think a lot of people are, and they just forget that they were this deep thinker. But that was a question that I asked, and I never really got an answer in a sense. Well, I did, and that's kind of why I'm making this video. But I kind of got 2 answers, obviously, one from my mother and one from my father, and there were 2 completely different answers, which is interesting. But like, that's a question that I think is on a lot of people's minds in this day and age. Like, what's the fucking point, bro? If all we do is just wake up, go to work, come home, and then die. Live to 70, retire when you're fucking 68, 65, and then you just die. You can't even enjoy the years where you know, your retirement years, because you're old at that point and you can barely fucking walk. You're riddled with fucking illnesses. Now, what is the whole fucking point? And people will say, oh, you know, well, it's about the bits in between and, you know, spending time on the weekend. Like, oh, what, the 48 hours that you get to yourself, that isn't really 48 hours, because Saturday you're a little bit sleep deprived from the 5 days previous, and then Sunday you feel like shit because you know you got work the next day on a Monday, and you can't go to sleep late on a Sunday because you've got to get up early again Monday. So it's not really 48 hours, it's more like fucking 24 at a push. Is that what it's about? I don't think that's what it's about, personally, which is why I decided to take the path that I've taken, right? It's why I've decided to build my own life and create my own reality by filming content, by starting businesses. Because that to me is way more fulfilling, even if it takes longer, even if I don't make money for the first 5 years, I don't give a fuck, bro. That to me is more of a life, that's more fulfilling. And the beautiful thing about life in this day and age is that I've actually got that opportunity. Like, you've got that opportunity. 30, 40 years ago, even 20 years ago, bro, my parents didn't have the opportunity. Your parents didn't have the opportunity. Nobody had the opportunity to create content. Yes, okay, they could have started a business, but it was a lot harder back then. Like, you needed capital, you needed money. Right now, you don't need anything. All you need is a camera, which fucking everybody's got in their pocket, their phone. All you need is a camera. You can start creating content, and you can start making money off the back of that. And live a life on your terms, a purposeful life that you've decided to create. You're not going to work for somebody because you have to do it. You're not making money because you have to. You're making money as a byproduct of the fact that you're living the life that you've decided to live. Like, I don't think that it was ever intended for us to just fucking to live that life, bro. Just to go to work and fucking die. And I think a lot of people can resonate with this message. A lot of men can resonate with this message. Like, the world wants you to become submissive, and I'm going to make an entirely different video on this. But the world that we live in wants you to be a submissive man. That's just the reality. Like, it's just the harsh truth. But I want you to become sovereign. Sovereign man is basically just a free man. And I'm going to start using that term a lot more in my content, so you might hear me talk about it. But there's 4 aspects to becoming a sovereign man. The first is just, again, to live a life of freedom, right? To live a life on your terms. The second is to build your own kingdom, your body, your mind, and your finances, a business. The third is to not be ruled by weak impulses, by society, but by, again, yourself, in terms of the weak impulses. Maybe pull up the 4th. The 4th is to live a life of self-mastery, responsibility, and purpose, which is basically what I've just said for the past 10 minutes, 5 minutes, however long this video is. Ultimately, the point I'm trying to get to, bro, is that you have an opportunity now. We all have an opportunity. Even if you're working a 9-to-5 job, if you're watching this and you're stuck in a 9-to-5 and you think, this isn't the life for me, I want to escape, this isn't what I want to do forever, you still have an opportunity, bro. It's got to take time, it's got to take a little bit of effort, it's got to take a fucking shit ton of hard work, a shit ton of patience, but it's possible. It's not impossible, and that's what you need to take away from this, bro. It's possible for fucking anybody to go and create their own reality and live the life that they want to live. So why not do that? Because again, just going to work and fucking enjoying the bit in between and then dying, like, fuck that, bro. That's not a life I want to live. Which again is why I've decided to do this. It's probably the reason why I'm stood here right now. It's literally the reason why I'm stood here right now, filming videos. That is a big reason as to why I do what I do, because that's not a life that I want to live. It never has been. Again, even since the age of fucking 3 years old, I knew that wasn't the life that I wanted to live. I just knew that was not for me, bro, and I couldn't do it, man. I fucking couldn't. I cannot do that. I can't live life like that. It's just soul destroying in my opinion. And I know, again, I'm lucky, because if I was born 20 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe I would have to live that life. And you can find peace living that life. I'm not saying you can't. Like, my parents have lived pretty fucking good lives, bro. And they've worked 9 to 5 their entire life, and I respect the fuck out of them for doing that. And they can't go back and change their life and change what they decided to do. Like, but again, they didn't have many opportunities. They didn't have many options. Like, you are fucking so lucky if you're watching this video that you've got the option to do something different. Like, so many people are just posting content these days, and why? Why are they doing it? Because they don't want to go and live that fucking 9 to 5 life. They want to live life on their terms. They want to make money on their terms. That's why they're doing it. Apologies if the camera's shaking. I need to get a better tripod. This one's just like thin, and it's easily blown about by the wind. So I guess the point I'm trying to get to is, like, again, whether you're in the 9 to 5 right now, or whether it's something that you're looking at getting into, like, if you're somebody who's happy doing that, bro, we need people who are going to work a 9 to 5. We need the bin men. We need the people working in supermarkets. I get it. We do need those people. But that couldn't be me, bro. It could never be me. And I understand that if you're watching this video, there's a reason you clicked on this title. It's probably not you either, and it probably could never be you either. So you resonate with this message, so decide to take action on it. If you want to learn how to do it, I can help you do that. I have a paid school community. I'm not going to try and sell it to you. It is what it is. If you want to come and join it and learn how to become that sovereign man, then the link is in the description. You have the choice to come and do that. Yes, it's paid, but that's how the world works, right? You have to give value to gain value. Like, I've done this all by myself, bro. I've literally taught myself how to become a person who lives life on their own terms, who isn't trapped in the 9 to 5. I've taught myself how to do that. I've taught myself how to create content. I've taught myself how to shape my mindset in a way that allows me to become this person. I've shaped my mindset into somebody who doesn't give a fuck about other people's opinions. I've shaped my mindset into somebody who's patient, who knows that this journey will take time. I've built my own kingdom, essentially. And I can teach you to do the same, if that's what you want. If not, that's cool, I understand. I think the message, the real message that I'm trying to get across is that don't settle, bro. Don't settle for the life if that's not the life you want to live. Don't settle for the 9 to 5 if that's not the life that you want to live. And again, if you're in the 9 to 5, you can still escape, bro. You've still got time. It doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care if you're 30. You've still got the opportunity. The man who built KFC, right? What was he, like 65? There's a very famous story of him starting his venture in business and starting to create his reality when he was like 65 years old. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can still do it. And it doesn't matter how deep you are into that life of the 9 to 5. You can still escape, bro. You can still change. But you've got to set the intention. You've got to understand that it's going to take time, and you've got to work hard. And maybe you need to set aside some funds. I get that completely. Maybe you need to save up so you can go and work on the thing that you really want to work on for 6 months. So maybe you're not ready to do it right now, but it's something that you should fucking definitely think about and consider. Because if not, like, your path is pretty much paved out for you already. And this is the thing, bro, in this day and age, in this world that we're living in, it's only fucking getting harder. Again, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the price of a house was probably a quarter of what it is right now. But yet wages aren't increasing. So if you go and work that 9-to-5 job and you get fucking, you think you get a decent wage, you're not getting a decent wage. If you're making $2,000 a month, good luck trying to buy a fucking house, bro, unless you're splitting it and, you know, splitting bills with somebody. But then you're going to feel like less of a man for doing that. If you want to feel like a sovereign man, then you're going to live life on your terms, buy your own house with your own money. But you're only going to do that through business. Posting content, or again, starting some sort of business. Doesn't have to be content. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's only fucking getting harder, bro. Everything's only getting more expensive, and your wages aren't going to go up. The 9-to-5 wage isn't going to increase. It's only getting harder to buy a house. It's only getting harder to buy cars. Food's only getting more expensive. So this path of going to work and then dying is now going to work, barely surviving, and then dying. There's an extra step there now. And it's not an extra step that is enjoyable. It's just something to think about, bro. Like, I know there's a lot of people that will resonate with this video and with the mindset and with the belief systems that I have. So if you do, again, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Message me on Instagram if this resonates with you. I always answer my DMs. I always speak to the people, to the audience, to the people that watch my content. Apart from that, bro, I appreciate you if you watch to the end. Like the video, drop a comment, share it, all of that good stuff. Go out there and make it happen.